Breaking now on Newsday TV, 2 people are facing charges in connection with the killing of a 15-year-old boy at Eisenhower Park. Police say he was shot around 8:30 last night after a barbecue for members of a Bloods gang group.
We have an invite that went out over social media. They showed up here for the invite for this so-called barbecue. An argument started between 2 individuals. Shots were fired, 3 people hit.
The 2 other victims are in stable condition this morning, according to police. No word yet on the identities of the victims or the suspects. Stay with Newsday for updates to this breaking story. A Uniondale man is due in court today, accused of trying to kidnap an 11-year-old boy. Police say the boy was walking near Chester and Front Streets earlier this week when he was approached by Nelson Acevedo, who tried to lure him into a nearby home. The 51-year-old allegedly grabbed the boy's wrist to keep him from getting away, but we're told he was able to escape. It's 22 years in prison for this man convicted of sex trafficking on Long Island. Michael Johnson was found guilty last year of sex trafficking 2 women at the Sayville Motor Lodge. Islip town officials closed that motel following a 2022 federal raid. Now, a Newsday investigation found dozens of Long Island's hotels and motels are serving as hubs for sex traffickers. Read more about our in-depth investigation, Unprotected, on Newsday.com. Suffolk County approved a new contract for its police detectives. It raises their base pay by 18% over 5 years. The contract runs from January 1st of last year to December of 2029. The Justice Department says the organizer of New York City's SantaCon is a real Grinch. Stefan Pildes is facing wire fraud charges, accused of stealing more than $1 million intended for charity and using it to pay for home remodeling and luxury vacations. He now faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. Hamptons home prices are surging. The median price of a Hamptons home jumped more than 18% to a record $2.4 million in the first quarter of the year. That's according to a new real estate appraiser's report. Now, prices rose faster in the Hamptons than anywhere else on Long Island. Let's talk about your Thursday forecast now. It could be the warmest day of the week, and get out there, enjoy it, because the temps are going to drop back down a bit. Today, though, sunny and warm. Take a look outside right now. This is Cooper's Beach in Southampton. Really pretty shot out there. There will be a bit of a breeze today, but we might enjoy it because highs will be in the upper 70s to low 80s, so it'll be nice and cooling. Tomorrow, a little less sun, a little bit cooler too, but still really nice for your Friday. Taking a look at your 7-day forecast here, Saturday is cooler than what we've been used to, that's for sure, but at least it's dry. Sunday, we've got rain for most of the day. We are in the 40s, close to 50 though, for the start of next work week. Wednesday, we're starting to see a little bump up again.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries. Newsday Sports is brought to you by Sun Nation Energy, helping Long Island homes and businesses save with solar for over 20 years.
In sports, Islanders' attendance was up for the first time since the team hit the ice in Elmont. As our Ben Dixon tells us, they can thank their star rookie.
For the first time in the Islanders' 5 years at UBS Arena, attendance has increased. Among the biggest reasons, 18-year-old superstar Matthew Schaefer.
Winning always helps. And then the main factor, I think, is Matthew Schaefer. He's given a face to the franchise. He's a dynamic superstar at 18 years old. He's going to be here a long time, and fans are just flocking to come see him play.
One reason attendance is good this year, this young man right here, and ownership does a very good job making these kids feel welcome and want to come back out here. They've designed everything's perfect. Parking's not a problem. If people complain about the parking, it's really not a problem. The concessions are great. The staff is incredibly friendly and professional. It's a wonderful place to come watch a hockey game.
I got to give him the credit, but the team's really been coming together and gave us a season to be happy about and a future to be happy about.
I think last year season ticket holders had a lot of complaints with how things were handled, the pricing, and it really feels like this year they heard a lot of those complaints and they listened and they gave us better deals. They gave us more access to the team. I think that Schaefer combined with just the organization doing a better job of outreach to fans.
It was an adjustment coming from Nassau Coliseum. This is not not Nassau Coliseum. The tailgating situation isn't the same. The parking situation isn't the same. It took time for fans to get used to the new routine. I think 5 years in, there's an understanding of what this building is, and again, the feeling that Matthew Schaefer has brought here and winning has brought.
You can read more about the Islanders on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Time now for the best in high school sports. Here's Jared Veluzzi.
It was another great week of spring sports here on Long Island, and a ton of games had amazing endings, including some walk-off finishes. And that's where we'll start on the softball field, as it was Oceanside's Leanna Horan delivering when it matters most. This ball will drop, and the Sailors get the walk-off victory over Calhoun. And staying in Nassau softball, how about 8th grader Sophia Barron of Locust Valley? 17 strikeouts, only allowing 1 hit in the complete game shutout, as she'll also have this catch here to help Locust Valley take down Herricks. And in Suffolk County baseball, Aiden Dobry will call game here as William Floyd beats Pat Met on the walk-off, and the celebration began in Mastic Beach. And in the Catholic League, Keegan McElliott of St. John the Baptist, he knew this one was gone, and he helped the Cougars complete the sweep of St. Anthony's. And in flag football, Pat Med quarterback Mackenzie Hughes, she's going to step up in the pocket, and we'll find Ella Mello for the tremendous grab in Pat Med's win over Huntington. And in boys lacrosse, Graydon Abisher of John Glenn, he's going to back down his defender. How about this behind the back goal for John Glenn? And in Nassau boys lacrosse, Braden Lyons of Farmingdale will launch this from way downtown, and it somehow goes top shelf in Farmingdale's big victory. And in girls lax, Smithtown West, Molly Highland, what a game she had. The cut, the catch, and the finish as Smithtown West got the win there. Highland finishes with 5 points as the Bulls are currently on a 3-game win streak. As those were the plays of the week all over Long Island in spring sports. I'll be back next week with some more terrific plays.
And Jared's plays of the week are just part of Sarah Sounds Off. To watch that full episode, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Here's what's up on Long Island. Old Westbury Gardens is going to the dogs. Saturday and Sunday, owners can bring their leashed dogs to for a stroll around the grounds there and buy items from pet-friendly vendors. That sounds fun. Or take your kids back in time. Dinosaur Days features fossils, replicas, nature trails, crafts, and face painting. That's also Saturday and Sunday at Garvey's Point Museum and Preserve in Glen Cove.
I'm already cracking. I'm 55. You start a conversation, I'm like, make it interesting.
Long Island comedian Jim Brewer brings the laughs to Huntington. He performs his Find the Funny stand-up at the Paramount Friday and Saturday night. For admission information and more events, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. See more on all of these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other streaming services you see here. I'm Macy Eglund. We've got more local news coming up.
The Newsday Critics Pick Award means we've already done the work. Every cuisine, every budget, reviews you can trust. And right now, Newsday's critics have picked the best sushi on Long Island. Find the full list at newsday.com/sushi. That's newsday.com/sushi.